Welcome to my third episode of Economy Series lectures. And in this one, we are going to be studying about economic planning in India. This chapter, no, I think it's mostly about remembering things than anything conceptual. There are so many plans in this which people read, but they don't try to remember. So I'm going to teach you how to remember as well. Okay, so what is this economic planning? It is a process which involves the following steps. Basically, they're going to prepare a list of what problems, and then they're going to rearrange this based on priority. After they rearrange it, they're going to identify the problem, okay, which needs immediately to be solved, and after that, they'll fix a target, okay, to achieve that goal, and then they will estimate the resources needed, and after estimating the resources needed, they will mobilize the resources. Okay, so this is how the economic planning goes on in India. Now, this is a basic planning process. It's an outcome of socialist economy where the state fixed targets of development and work to achieve it. And private sector may or may not have major roles. Because this is a socialist economy, so private has less role. State has more role. Okay, now before the 5-year plan, there are some plans already prevalent before independence. I mean, before the commencement of the constitution. We'll see that one by one. First one was proposed by Sir M. Visvesvaraya in 1934. It laid the foundation for economic planning in India in 1934 through his book called Planned Economy of India. It was a 10-year plan. It was a 10-year plan, not a 5-year plan. Okay, first one was Planned Economy of India. Then Jawaharlal Nehru set up National Planning Commission, okay, by a committee, but due to changes in political era and Second World War, it did not materialize. Okay, this did not materialize. National Planning Commission. Then Bombay Plan, 1940. It was presented by cities eight industrialists, and it was 15-year investment strategy. Okay. Then S.N. Agarwal, 1944, gave the Gandhian plan focused on agriculture and rural economies. Then M.N. Roy in 1945, also the one who mooted for Constituent Assembly, right? This guy only drafted the People's Plan. Its sole goal was the mechanization of agriculture production and distribution by the state only. Okay, then J.P. Narayan 1950 में advocated Sarvodaya plan, which was inspired by Gandhian plan with the idea of Vinoba Bhave. In the plan, it promoted small and cottage enterprises in addition to agriculture. Okay, we studied all this, no? Now we have to remember this. They are going to ask this in chronology wise. So just make it a flowchart like this. First came Planned Economy of India by Sir M. Visvesvaraya. Then National Planning Commission, but it was not implemented. It did not materialize because of the war and all that. No, Second World War and political era. Then came Bombay Plan, then Gandhian Plan, then People's Plan, then Sarvodaya Plan. Remember this in this order, okay? Bombay Plan, Gandhi Plan, People's Plan, and Sarvodaya Plan. You can remember like this: PNB and GPS. PNB, Punjab National Bank, and GPS, Global Positioning System. Then remember these names also, okay? These names are also, they can ask M.N. Roy, S.N. Agarwal, Jawaharlal Nehru, and M. Visvesvaraya. Then concept of 5-year plan. The government of India proposes a document with all its income and expenditures for 5 years. Okay, 5-year plan बनाएंगे for income and expenditure and all that. Then the budget of the central government and all state governments is divided into two parts: plan budget and non-plan budget. In non-plan budget, what does it include? It includes routine items to be spent, like for example interest payments, right, and then maintenance of roads and bridges. All this is done on a routine basis, like yearly basis. It can vary, it's not fixed, so it's part of the non-plan budget. Then plan budget is spent on a 5-year basis as per the priorities fixed by the plan. For example, plan budget example is in like infrastructure development, agricultural schemes, whatever, fertilizer schemes and all that. Then health initiatives, Then the model of Indian economy was premised on the concept of planning based on 5-year plans from 1951 to 2017. Okay. Then the 5-year plans were formulated and implemented and regulated by Planning Commission. Then this Planning Commission got replaced by Niti Aayog in 2015, 1st January May. Okay. Nothing, just remembering things over here, nothing else. Then now first 5-year plan. Okay, what is the target growth? 2.1%. Actual growth achieved was 3.6%, which is a good thing. So it was a successful plan. It was based on Harrod-Domar model. Okay, this you have to just remember this. I'll just read it out. For remembering, we have to just focus on the keyword and try to remember it. I'll tell you that later. Okay, first let me read it out. Influx of refugees, severe food shortage was there, inflation was also there, and this led to the first 5-year plan. Then the plan focused on agriculture. This is a keyword. Mainly focused on agriculture, price stability, power and transport. It was successful. It was a successful plan, primarily focused on good harvest in the last 2 years. The plan. So agriculture is the keyword, no? So you have to use angers here to remember this. One is cloud. Okay. So cloud is cutting the crop. Okay. One is agriculture. First 5-year plan, agriculture. Okay. Take your time, visualize this, and click a picture in your mind. Then second plan. Second plan, no. This was a simple aggregate Harrod-Domar model, growth model, and again used the overall projections and strategy of resource allocation to broad sectors such as agriculture and industry, and based on 2 and 4 sector model prepared by PC in Mahalanobis. This you have to remember. Mahalanobis plan is also known as Mahalanobis plan. It felt agriculture was to be accorded lower priority. Agriculture was given lower priority. Then plan focused on rapid industrialization. This is the keyword, rapid industrialization of heavy and basic industries. Advocated huge imports through foreign loans. Lot of FDI. So naturally it will be, Indian economy will be vulnerable now. Then industrial policy 1956 was based on establishment of socialistic pattern of society with the goal of economic policy. As the goal of economic policy. Okay, industrial policy 1956 was also made here. So how to remember this? Rapid industrialization is the keyword, no? So 2 is rainbow. Rainbow, wherever it shines, right? Wherever it shines, it leads to rapid industrialization. Their buildings will grow. They will make a lot of buildings over there, and roads, everything and all will get constructed there. Okay. Then third plan. Third plan it was actually a failure. Let's read it out first. It was based on John Sandy and Sukhamoy Chakraborty model. This plan is also known as Gadgil Yojana. It was felt that Indian economy has entered a takeoff stage. Therefore, its aim was to make India self-reliant and self-generating economy. Okay, self-reliant and self-generating. Let's take self-reliant as the keyword. The plan was the thorough failure in reaching its targets due to unforeseen events like the Chinese aggression and Indo-Pak war, and also droughts also happened. Then how to remember this? 3 is fairy, no? So fairy, let's say she started standing on her own legs, like she was born and she started standing on her own legs, so she became self-reliant. But as soon as she started walking, she fell down. Okay, so she failed in her attempt. So that's what you can visualize this. Third 5-year plan focused on self-reliance, but it failed because of some Chinese aggression, Indo-Pak war, and severe drought. Okay, after the fairy fell down, what happened? She did something, I'll tell you. She started agriculture. Okay. They didn't conduct any 5-year plan after this. Some 3-year plan they conducted, where they focused on agriculture. Like failure of 3rd-year plan led to the devaluation of rupee, which boosts exports. I'll teach you all this devaluation, export, kaise boost hoga and all that later on in the coming chapters. Along with inflationary recession led to postponement of 4th 5-year plan. Then 3 annual plans were introduced instead. Okay, annual plan, 1 year plan. Prevailing crisis in agriculture and serious food shortages necessitated emphasis on agriculture during the annual plans. Focus on agriculture again. Okay, from first year plan also agriculture. Now, at 3 annual plans focused on agriculture. So how to remember this? The same fairy fell down and uh, started growing agriculture plants now. Then fourth plan may refusal of supply of essential equipments and raw materials from allies during the Indo-Pak War. Allies didn't provide us raw materials, so that's why what we did, we focused on stability and self-reliance again. These two are the keywords: stability and self-reliance. Implementation of family welfare, family planning programs also. And this plan, no influx of Bangladeshi refugees happened before and after Indo-Pak War, and the plan is considered as a big failure. Okay, so how do we remember this? What is the keyword? Self-reliance, no, and stability. So what is this is a fourth plan. So 4 is aeroplane. Aeroplane is indigenously built. So this is self-reliance, indicating self-reliance. And when it is flying, heavy winds blow, and it is stable throughout the course of journey. So it is stable. Stability with self-reliance. Okay, then fifth plan. The fifth plan was introduced by D.D. Dar. So till now, how many names came? D.D. Dar, then John Sandy and Sukamoy Chakraborty, and Harod Omar model, Mahalanobis plan, and Harod Omar model. Okay, these names you have to remember. What did fifth plan focus on? It proposed to achieve 2 main objectives: remove poverty, Garibi Hatao, and attainment of self-reliance. Okay, this Garibi Hatao was a campaign by Indira Gandhi, so you can remember like that. Fifth 5-year plan. Now, and here Indian National Highway System and the minimum needs program was introduced in the first year of the 5th year plan, and also a 20-point program also was introduced. This one is not given here, but this also I think Satyam sir told in his video. Okay, how to remember this? What is the keyword here? Remove poverty. 2 main objectives, no? Remove poverty and achieve self-reliance. So what is this? 5 is moon. Moon is surrounded by garbage. How many garbages? 20 garbages. It's 20 point program, no? 20 garbages, and we are going to remove this moon and put him outside the garbage. So remove him from poverty, okay, and make him self-reliant now. Now he's capable of achieving whatever he wants. So what happens is the moon goes, okay, and he starts rolling on the road, and there is tar over here. Starts rolling on that. So after that, a rolling plan comes out. Starts rolling like this, and this guy, he tells that you're employed now. Okay, so what is this? Remember this? There were 2 6 plans. Janta government put forward a plan for 1978 to 1983 emphasizing on employment. इसको employment मिल गया मून को. In contrast to Nehru model, which the government criticized for concentration of power and widening inequality and promoting poverty. So that's all. Giving emphasis was on employment here, and the moon got it by rolling on that tar and making the road flat. A rolling plan. It was for 2 years. Then came 6th plan. This plan ended the Nehruvian socialism and marked the beginning of economic liberalization. It's just the beginning of that economic liberalization. What happened here? Price controls were eliminated. State did not control the price anymore. Market controlled the prices, and the ration shops were closed. Based on the recommendations of Shivram Committee, okay, new committee came here. Shivram Committee, formed in 1979, and also NABARD was established. Then unemployment through schemes for transferring skills and providing slack season employment. Okay, then broadly 6th plan could be taken as a success. Okay, 6th plan is a success. So what can we do here? 6 is star, no? Star is wearing that Nehru cap. Right? It removed that Nehru cap because it ended the Nehruvian socialism here, and it became free. It became liberated. Okay, Okay, so beginning of economic liberalization. Okay, then seventh plan. The plan aimed at accelerating food grain production and increasing employment opportunities and raising productivity with focus on food work and productivity. So this is the keyword: food work and productivity. And the plan was very successful, uh, as the economy recorded 6% growth rate, the target of 5%. Okay. Okay, with a decade of 80 struggling out of the Hindu rate of growth. Fine. How to remember this? What is the keyword? Food work and productivity. So which number is this? 7, no? Seventh plan. So 7 is the raindrop. Raindrop is eating food here, right? And is doing some workout. So eating food, doing work, and it is doing this daily. It is doing on a daily basis, so it's very productive. Okay. This is seventh plan, and over the course of time, it has changed so much that it started bulking up. Okay, then came 2-year time. So annual plans for 2 years. That was eighth plan could not take off after the seventh plan. Eighth plan could not take off due to the fast changing economic situation. It changed so fast within 2 years. It started bulking. So fast changing economic situation in the years 1992, 1991, 192, 1992. We treated as annual plans again. So how many annual plans are there? This is a 2-year annual plan. And then came a rolling plan. And then before this, 3 annual plans. Okay, then eighth plan. Eighth plan, introduction of fiscal and economic reforms, including liberalization under the prime ministership of P.V. Narasimha Rao. Here, high growth rate was achieved, even though the share of public sector in total investment had declined to about 34%. Okay, high growth rate was there because of liberalization. So, what is the keyword here? Liberalization. So, 8 is bird. Bird, which was very small, okay, like a chick. It grew significantly and it grew wings also and became liberated. Okay, liberalization. And high growth rate, you can see from small bird became big bird, so high growth rate. Then ninth plan prepared by United Front government focused on growth with social justice and equality. Okay, aim to depend predominantly on the private sector, Indian as well as foreign. Again, FDI was given emphasis here. Ninth plan, what is ninth? Thunder, right? You can see that thunder graph is something like for a growth graph, it's something like this, no? So similarly, for thunder also, it is growing upwards. So growth is being emphasized with equality. Now only one thunder should not grow. All the thunder should grow. Okay, equality is being emphasized here. Now another component is social justice. No, so people are watching this thunder grow. So here you can see this is a ladder. Okay, this is a ladder. A small baby has also climbed in to see the thunders grow, as well as a big man who's tall and all that. So this is the wall. Okay, so equality is social justice is being promoted here as well. Then 10th plan. This plan mostly focused on reducing poverty ratio and providing gainful and high quality employment and reducing gender gaps in literacy and wages. Same thing. It followed on a regional. Okay, this is more emphasis. Followed a regional rather than sectoral approach to bring down the regional inequalities. Here also 20-point program came. Okay, here keyword is what? Regional. So 10 is mountain, no? So in this area, there are a lot of mountains which were very unequal. How many mountains? 20 such mountains. Very unequal in size, shape and all that. So that had to be removed, right, to bring down regional inequalities. Everything should be equal, all the mountains. I think even the SDG goal, SDG 10, that was also reduce inequalities. That also same analogy I gave. Reduce the inequalities in the mountain. Okay, then 11th plan. Then 11th plan was aimed at towards faster and more inclusive growth. The keyword is inclusive growth. Plan focused on incorporating factors such as environment and sustainability. What is 11th? Peacock, no? So Peacock. So what is inclusive growth? It includes environmental protection, employment, agriculture, poverty को reduce करो, equal income distribution, industrial development. All these things are given equal importance, so it is very inclusive. Okay, peacock's feathers are depicting all this, so it is inclusive growth. 11th one. Then 12th one. 12th one, it is aimed at faster, sustainable and more inclusive growth. Again, inclusive growth. And the plan's objective was to emphasize sustainable growth. Okay, here let's give sustainable growth as the keyword. Several steps were taken to reduce social and gender gap in education. It mostly focused on connecting each village with electricity supply and ensuring that 50% of the rural population gets electricity. So how do you remember this? Keyword is what? Sustainable growth. So 12 is temple now. So let a person enters the temple. Let's say a very small person. He becomes very big. Okay. Then he becomes sus. So what do you analogy here? Inclusive growth. Growth is happening to that person, and he's becoming sus. Sus means sustainable. He's growing sustainably. Okay. And this temple is also connecting a rural town, rural village, you can say, and it is providing 50% of that rural area with electricity. The yellow color which I have highlighted here, 50%. I have not highlighted everything. Okay, you can remember like this, visualize it. Then Niti Aayog. Niti Aayog, full form, National Institution for Transforming India. It is a policy think tank under the Government of India, established in 1st January 2015, replaced the Planning Commission. What does it do? Formulates policies, fosters cooperative federalism, and it involves states in the policy making process. Policy formulation, cooperative federalism, monitoring and evaluation, think tank. Okay, what are the composition? Governing Council of Niti Aayog comprises of Prime Minister, Chief Minister of all states, union territories with legislature, Lieutenant Governors of other UTs, that is without legislature. Then ex officio members, some like Vice Chairman of the Niti Aayog, then full-time members and special invitees. About the chairperson, chairperson will be the Prime Minister of India. Vice chairperson will be appointed by the Prime Minister. Ex officio members, there will be 4 in number, and they will be nominated by the Prime Minister. Who are the nominated members? Union Council of Ministers. Then Governing Council, known as Team India, includes Prime Minister, Vice Chairperson, ex officio members, full-time members, chief ministers of all states, lieutenant governors of UTs. Some special invitees includes UTs of UT administrators of Chandigarh, Dadar Nagar Haveli, Daman Diu, Lakshadweep. Then there's a chief executive officer appointed by Prime Minister for a set term and manages the Niti Aayog's daily operations. He holds the rank of a secretary. Then full-time members, they are experts in the domain of economics, science and other disciplines. Then special invitees, they're also experts. Then regional councils are also formed here to address specific regional issues, and they consist of chief ministers, lieutenant governors, and chaired by Prime Minister or an appointed representative. Now this is like too much information in a paragraph form. Let's condense it to a flowchart. How to remember? Niti Aayog. Governing Council, known as Team India, consists of PM, CM of all states, and UT with legislature, Lieutenant Governor other than UTs. Then there are ex officio members. How many? 4. How are they instituted here? By nomination by Prime Minister. Then a Union Council of Ministers will be the ex officio members over here. And full-time members, they are also experts, and there are some practitioners as well. Special invitees, UT administrators will be there from where? Chandigarh, Dadar and Nagar Haveli, Daman and Diu, Lakshadweep. And here also there will be experts. So there are experts and full-time members and special invitees. Then Niti Aayog there is a regional council as well, which consists of CM, Lieutenant Governor, and PM as the representatives. So this is how you can remember all this. I hope you remembered all this properly. Many people don't try to remember this; they just study this, and in exam they will do some mistake. So I hope this helps, and I hope you remember the angles as well. Otherwise, this is of no use. Okay, I'll do this chapter in the next lecture. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed.